Hello, everyone, and welcome to iReadit, bringing you your daily dose of the internet for Thursday, September 6, 2018. I am Michael Schwahn.
And I'm Casey Dia.
Nice. Please remember, everyone, you can help support this show by going to patreon.com/dailyinternet, picking up some of our merchandise from the link below, or sending us anything you'd like us to talk about, whether it's your feedback, a news story, a topic, a theory you got, whatever it is, send it to our Facebook, our Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, or Reddit, all of which are at iRedditCast. What was your name again?
Casey Dia.
So, Mr. Dia, how are you?
I was thinking about, instead of doing pun names, doing names from movies and TV shows to see if you can get it.
Okay.
First one would probably be, just because it's Casey. It was Casey Jones? No Googling.
Casey Jones?
Yeah, Casey Jones.
That makes me think of a Grateful Dead song.
It is. It is a song from the Grateful Dead, but that's not who I was referring to.
Then I'm lost.
I am talking about the one, the only Arnold Bernard Casey Jones from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that one.
He's the guy that runs around with the sports equipment and whacks people.
All right. I like this game. I'll lose every day.
That's fine. I get to tell you a little bit more about, pop culture.
All the culture I've missed out on?
Yeah, you uncultured swine.
Thanks. I appreciate that. How are you, sir?
I'm all right. I'm really, really not feeling very well, and I don't know why.
So real
towards
quick,
the end of the day, I started getting really sweaty and very lightheaded.
Are you nervous?
No.
So real quick, I'm going to interrupt this conversation. Zach Ryan Klutz, he's somebody that he's a good friend of both of ours, and he joins the show every now and again. He's been on the show a couple times. He's a good friend. He plays Magic and D&D and stuff with us. He is actually downstairs in my garage with another mutual friend of ours, Adam Weinberg, working on changing the oil in his car, at least by my understanding. I will admit I didn't pay that close of attention.
I understand. Cars. That's your thing.
Car stuff. Things. Change oil. Make the car go vroom vroom. He's in the chat room right now. So,
Neat.
are you supposed to be working on a car, Zach? Maybe. Whatever.
Oh, that's kind of exciting. My friend just informed me that the company who has Black Desert, Pearl Abyss, has just bought EVE Online.
Ooh, really?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Exciting. Black Desert's probably the prettiest MMO I've ever fucking seen.
Is it any actually good, though?
It is an incredibly long grind fest that I was not a huge fan of. However, I will tell you that it was pretty fun when it comes to the actual combat, because it's all hitbox related. So, like, if you miss your swing, you miss. And it's all, like, martial arts based and stuff. Or, depending on what you choose, that you could be a sorceress, you could be a martial arts based thing, you could be swords, whatever. It depends on your class. But they tend to have... It's like how Diablo 2 was, where if you wanted to be a woman, you had to pick a sorceress or something like that. You couldn't just pick between the genders, and like in Diablo 3.
Isn't there no healing class in Black Desert, though?
I think so. I don't think there's any healing class. In addition, they tend to release another version of the class that is for the opposite gender, but they play differently sometimes. Oftentimes, they will also have very different stats.
Okay. Anyway.
Oh, they bought the company behind EVE Online, but they're going to keep them running.
That's cool.
Oh, God, this phone keeps vibrating.
Yeah, I know. It vibrated really loud when we were playing the intro song. Like, it sounded like you were just holding up to the mic.
Nope, that was even farther away. That was on my desk.
Neat.
And that was Facebook telling me that we have a show to do and
nice.
are doing.
By the way, iReddit went live. Thanks, fucker. I'm in the stream.
I am iReddit.
I am iReddit. Anyway, we got a shitload of stuff to talk about. You wanna talk about it?
Sure, we'll get through it.
Although one of the biggest things that we need to talk about today isn't in this list, but we'll get to it.
Funny story, both of the ones that you chose are not on my list. Though they're very important.
They are important. That's why I just kind of threw them in there.
Yeah.
5.
I can always just hit some extra buttons and we can throw those in. Cranberry singer, oh God, I can't pronounce her name. O'Riordan. O'Riordan, thank you. Drowned after drinking.
This was submitted by Alphos N to our news.
So, who I'm going to refer to henceforth as Dolores, because that's her first name. She was found dead in her apartment or in a hotel room, one of those two.
I think it was a hotel room.
Anyway, they had found 5 miniature alcohol bottles and a bottle of champagne. Her toxicology reports revealed that she had a blood alcohol level over 4 times the legal limit for driving, as well as some prescription medications. But the thing is, they found her in the bath, still in her bathrobe, dead. So
it means you're pretty fucked up.
Yeah, don't take a bath when you're on any type of influence.
I'm just saying, right? I've had several friends die from drinking too much. One from actual alcohol poisoning, one from falling off of a building. But I've never had a friend die from smoking weed.
I don't feel like this is something we should test.
No, of course not. Though, if you want to test it, I full-heartedly volunteer to smoke as much weed as I can to see if I can overdose from it.
Well, I think if we wanted to make a comparison to this, we would need you to have to smoke a fuckload of weed and then go try to take a bath.
I could do that. I could sit down and do that, and you, the viewers, can help us by donating to patreon.com.
Fucking goal. If we hit this much money, Nathan will smoke himself into a coma and take a bath.
Yo, yes.
Live stream the whole thing.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Then people would see how tiny my penis is.
No, you just wear a Speedo. What the hell's wrong with you?
It doesn't matter. It's a Speedo. You can see how tiny the penis is. Even if I was rocking half a chub to full stack, like, you guys would be like, that's disappointing. That's not a banana, that's a plantain.
Rest in peace, Jocelyn O'Riordan. I'm sorry about the accident. I'm sorry about the accident that has caused. I definitely enjoyed the Cranberries. Well, okay, side thing, I'm going to complain about their band real quick. Their band name is literally just Cranberries. Not the Cranberries, Cranberries. And it is very difficult to refer to a band that is Cranberries. Because my brain wants to say the Cranberries. Nope, just Cranberries.
No, that's overplayed. You don't need the anymore. And it's not like referring to cranberries as in, like, they are cranberries. They're referring to cranberries as in, like butter is just, cranberries.
Oh, cranberries.
Except I don't think that's actually how that is, but whatever.
I don't know.
4.
Local banker pays college tuition for graduating high school students because, quote, it's the right thing to do.
This is submitted by Voodoo3284 to our news and to our uplifting news.
Yep. Wait, really? Oh, yeah, I got it. Okay, all right. Anyway, it's stuff and things. Anyway, so, this gentleman, this nice guy, Dennis Franson, who...
But not niceguy.tm.
No, no, definitely not. Well, I mean, maybe, but anyway. He now owns 35 branches of Franson Bank and Trust in communities across Minnesota and Wisconsin. And with all of his success that is self-made, he has decided to take that money and just begin paying for the first 2 years of technical college to graduates in his local area.
That's amazing.
Yeah, good on you, guy. And
that is so helpful.
There is no requirement besides that you graduate.
Do you know which schools? Or is it all of the schools?
So he's done it to only a couple of schools so far. Luck Public Schools in Wisconsin. And there was another one in here whose name I have since forgotten.
All right.
Rush City High School.
All right, I just clicked it open. Luck only has 34 prospective graduates this year.
There was 59 in Rush City High School.
Okay, so that's a significant amount. But, that's still fairly little. That being said, you're still spending a shit ton on a bunch of different people.
Yep, and he repeated that the only requirement is to graduate. He doesn't require how good you were in school, because he wasn't very good in school yet managed to be quite successful. So he believes that it doesn't matter how good your grades are; it just matters about how much effort you put forward.
Yeah, no, that's how it should be. These people shouldn't have so much fucking capital, in my opinion.
Yeah, but about that money, Nathan.
Seize the means of production.
3.
United States trade deficit jumps by the most in 3 years.
This is submitted by Gordon G. Chang to Our World News.
We are not doing so hot in the trade war with Asia, specifically China. A particular Sicilian warned us of this several years ago.
Which Sicilian?
The dude from Princess Bride.
Oh, you're right.
I think that's a land war.
I forgot about Princess Bride for a second.
I think he actually says don't get in a land war with Asia, but my brain always translates it to trade war.
Yeah, do not get in a land war with Asia. Do not invade Russia in the winter.
He doesn't say that one. The only thing.
No. But these are like things that are said.
Yeah, don't invade Russia in the winter is something that people should have learned 7 times over by now. Especially because Russia's tactic is like, we'll just burn our villages to the ground and retreat into the Siberian wasteland, and we'll not leave you any resources for you to recover from pillaging.
I mean, we won't leave ourself resources, and a lot of us will probably die, but we have so many people in Russia, it does not matter.
You won't get anywhere. You freeze to death. We come take out little French popsicles out of the ground and throw you in. You become firewood.
Or German.
German, French, whatever. Napoleon, Hitler, they both lose.
They're the same. Except they're not.
Sorry, I'm not sure who's insulting who in this one. They're both horrible people.
I feel like it would be an insult to Bonaparte.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
I mean, because
definitely.
Everyone thinks of Hitler as literally the baddest dude that has ever walked the earth.
Yeah, no kidding. Considering people are like, he's literally Hitler. Like, I mean, we don't run around being like, he's literally Genghis Khan. Like, are you kidding me here?
Which is surprising, really.
Because Genghis Khan's a terrible dude.
Well, okay, so the Mongols had a very interesting culture.
He's literally Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah, all of these are good options. Who else? He is literally Kim Jong-il.
Yeah, that one's pretty bad, too.
He is...
Kobe in the chat room says, Adolfian Hilterparte.
Adolfian Hilterpart.
Yep, that hurts.
Hitler part. I'm fucking
part.
Stupid.
Adolfian Hitler part.
Adolfion sounds like a really bad Eevee evolution.
What are you talking about? It sounds great.
What? Oh, I'm bad.
Because it's a dolphin?
My first thought is it was going to be a poison type.
Why?
Because of all of the clouds of death.
Damn. Anyway, so back onto the actual topic at hand. The United States is projected to be at a $50.3 billion trade deficit as the tariffs are not going in our favor, specifically with China.
Oh, go figure, right? The, other super amazingly big country in the world.
Yep, exports of materials like soybeans and civilian aircraft have continued to decline, where imports have hit a record high, which will continue to be a drag on the economy as we go into our economic third quarter.
Why the fuck do people not listen to Warren Buffett more?
I don't know. The dude's got so much money. You think he would be some...
It's literally crazy because Warren Buffett will say something and then people will be like, no, that's stupid. We're going to do the opposite.
Whatever, you crazy old codger.
It fucks us so goddamn hard and in not a good way. It's not a very pleasant fucking.
If there was an OG businessman, I feel like Warren Buffett would be pretty damn close to having that title.
Oh, absolutely. But, I mean, shit.
But what do we know, Nathan? We're just simple, stupid white boys, fucking plebes.
That's right. Having money is for cocks.
2.
Well, that's why. Is that why you're so small, Nathan?
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't have money.
Got it. Okay.
I don't have the stuff to put in me to make my dick bigger.
Trudeau criticizes Trump, arguing Canada needs an independent NAFTA dispute system because the United States president breaks the rules.
This was submitted by Yuri Nomos to Our World News.
Kobe.
No, he said it in the most like "fuck you" Canadian way.
Kobe in the chat room asks, "Is not a very pleasant fucking? Is that your new shirt?"
Yes.
Maybe.
Not a very pleasant fucking.
Maybe.
Right there.
And he also says that a Dolphion Hilter part should be a Poison Fairy type.
I would agree, but like, there's been no EV evolution that's been two types. They've all just been one type, and in fact, they've all had a specific theme, and that's why I don't think Poison Eevee is going to exist.
Anyway,
Which is why I think Dragon Eevee is going to be the next one.
Back to Canada, back to the Prime Minister. So currently, with the talks of rebuilding NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement between Mexico, the United States, and Canada, it is expected that an agreement on that matter is to be reached by the end of this week. However, a lot of the changes that have went forward are not, Canada's not too excited about them.
Oh, no. No, Canada is not.
A quote...
Yo, I'm just saying, right? Trump is fucking great for Justin Trudeau.
Oh?
Because it makes Justin Trudeau's, what is it called? The amount of people who like him.
Fan base.
So much bigger because of how big of a twat Trump is.
In a quote from Trudeau, he says, "We need to keep the Chapter 19 dispute resolution because that ensures that the rules are actually followed. And we know we have a president who doesn't always follow the rules as they're laid out."
Ever. And by the way, that's like Canada saying, fuck you.
You guys are jerks. That's as mean as Canada can get.
Oh, man. Just listening to Trump talk hurts my head.
Well... So there's a quote from Trump in here. "A lot of people are saying, 'How are you doing with Canada?' We'll let you know. We should know over the next 2 or 3 days, maybe even today, but you will be the first to know." Like, there's so much redundancy in the things that he says. Like, did the guy take a grammar class? Like,
and then half of the time, he'll run off on a tangent and not answer anything. Not even his tangent.
I don't know. A lot of things bug me about Trump, but please don't screw up NAFTA, too.
He's like a narcissistic person with dementia.
I mean, he is getting up there in the years. But his health is impeccable, or whatever he said. His health is great.
Yeah, except the guy who signed off on that said that it was fake anyways.
Yeah, about that. Oh, my.
1.
India decriminalises homosexuality.
Ooh. This is submitted by PM Me You Thick Muffins to Our World News.
Damn. I hope he gets actual pictures of muffins all the time.
Yo, I would take pictures of thick muffins for him.
Just like muffins that are just bulging out of the top of the little muffin thing.
I really like those funny names like PM Me Your Blank. My friend has one. He's PM Me Your Huffers. That's because he plays a lot of Hearthstone. Mostly a hunter man.
Anyway, so the Supreme Court in India has not only legalized homosexuality, but also a public apology to the LGBT community. Although they did also say that while they find they have ruled that it agrees that the gay sex is not a crime, but it does still consider it to be unnatural.
I mean, that's the babiest of steps. It's really fucking rude, but now people can have gay sex in India.
Like, I would be so like, fuck it, whatever, thanks. Thanks for not throwing me in jail because I want to kiss a dude. Like, all right, thanks, bye.
Thanks for not throwing me in jail for giving a guy a courtesy of a reach around.
So, but anyway, that is very progressive of you, India. Way to begin to catch up with the rest of the world. We appreciate that. Keep it up. Keep it up. So since neither of these things are your things for the day, Nathan, I'm just going to drop them in right now with some extra little bumpers, okay?
Okay.
4.
Not that one. There we go. Because I hit the wrong button. That's appropriate. 2K is begging its fans to fight for them in order to keep their ridiculously predatory loot boxes in their games.
This was submitted by U.S. Navy K9 to our gaming.
So, We had actually talked about it previously. Belgium, the country of Belgium, has ruled that loot boxes is gambling. The argument that loot boxes isn't gambling is like, it's not gambling. You always get something. You're just rolling the dice on what thing you get. And they're like, nope, it's gambling. It's predatory. You are like, it's not like everything you get is going to be the same. You are literally it functions the same way as gambling in terms of how the process works, what people are going after, the dopamine hit that they get when they get the thing, which makes them want to do it more. So 2K put out the statement, the Belgium Gaming Commission has stated that games which include certain loot box style mechanics violate gambling laws in Belgium. While we disagree on this position, we are working to comply with the BGC's current interpretation of these laws. As a result, we have made some local changes to the My Team mode. These changes are necessary in order for us to accommodate the BGC's interpretation of the Belgian Gaming Act. Specifically, we will be turning off the ability to purchase packs with premium, non-earned currency, and VC gamers are still able to acquire packs with My Team points. We will be continuing conversations with the BGC in order to explain our view on how NBA 2K and My Team pack purchases work and how they already comply with local laws. If you agree, we recommend that you contact your local government representative to communicate your opinion. We will keep the community posted on any developments. We apologize for any inconvenience. 2K, from sincerely every single gamer on the planet, fuck you.
Yeah, you guys should just stop buying 2K games.
Like, literally, fuck you. Nobody likes loot boxes. We just tolerate them because we don't have a choice. Fuck you.
Yeah. No, whoever decided to start putting loot boxes and everything needs to be drawn and quartered, because loot boxes suck ass unless they're actually giving you high good percentages of things.
Like,
it's why people get addicted to opening them, because it's just like pull tabs.
yeah, it's just like pull tabs. Absolutely like pull tabs. And it's cracking packs
of
any collectible card game, period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Regardless of it being a CCG or not.
Yeah. Fuck you guys.
Absolutely.
Period.
Fuck them.
Like,
I mean, I haven't been impressed with 2K for
and especially the
ever.
thing is, like, for most gamers, when it comes to loot boxes, if it is cosmetic, they don't care. Most of the time. They're like, cosmetic, I don't give a shit. Cool. People want to spend their money
Overwatch loot boxes.
Yeah, if people want to spend their money to look different, I don't care. 2K, their sports games lock whichever popular player in that particular sport as one of the rarest possibilities in those loot boxes. And they legitimately give you better stats and make you better at the game and will make you do better in the game because they are programmed to be better.
Pay to win sucks ass.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
You stop trying to get us to defend your shitty game making.
No one's going to. Nobody. The only people that you're going to get to defend it are the people that you are paying that are already in your payroll box anyway, who also make money off of those loot boxes.
Yeah.
Screw you guys.
Nothing but greed.
I'm going to go with this one.
You make me sad.
The future is here today. Because you can't play Bach on YouTube because Sony says they own his compositions.
This was submitted by Bo Edius to our Europe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do they?
So, no, I mean...
I thought that
not necessarily.
At some point it becomes public domain for, like, everything. That's why you can go and watch Nosferatu literally anywhere. And Dawn of the Dead.
James Rhodes, a pianist, performed a Bach composition for his YouTube channel, but YouTube's Content ID system pulled it down and accused him of copyright infringement because Sony claimed that they owned the rights to that composition. They don't, but they claimed that they did, which got Mr. Rhodes' stuff taken down. They're not the only ones that are part of this either, because things like Bart...
Does that mean Musically will fucking stop?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, damn, that really needs to stop. Musically is a fucking blight on the internet.
But other things that have been hit are like Mozart, Bartok, Schubert, Puccini, Wagner. Large companies have been fraudulently laying claims that they own the rights to those pieces.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, it is massive.
That being said, I really do hope Musical.ly stops existing.
Dude, yeah, no kidding. Is Musical.ly not just like the biggest pedophile playground on the planet?
Oh, absolutely. Did you watch that video too?
Yeah, I did, and I was like, oh
yeah, you sent it to me.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I've watched that video like 4 or 5 times showing people because of how fucked up Musical.ly is.
Yeah. It's not Musical.ly anymore, it's TikTok.
Whatever. TikTok's still fucked up.
Yeah.
It is nothing but a predatory base.
Yeah.
There are 2 kinds of people on there. Children and pedophiles.
Yeah. Yep.
And they both are doing the exact same thing. Really gross shit.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks! Look at me! Nathan, what did you care about in the last 24 hours?
Beloved Burt Reynolds has died.
Yeah, that was the thing that didn't make it on here because it happened quite recently.
He died at the age of 82.
From a heart attack, correct?
Yep, CPR was performed on him for a considerable amount of time, but they were unfortunately not able to resuscitate him. If you don't know who he is off of name, he is like the main character of Smokey and the Bandit, The Longest Yard, the original Longest Yard. He was in the remake with Adam Sandler, but he was also in Deliverance. He was in Boogie Nights. All of these are fucking great. Pretty sure he got an Oscar for Boogie Nights.
I don't know. But Burt Reynolds is no longer with us, and that is unfortunate. Although, I mean, he was a super creeper. But
He was.
Like,
And they make fun of that a lot in Archer.
Like, super misogynistic guy.
Oh yeah, it's exactly he's in the exact same vein as Sean Connery, because Sean Connery is ridiculously misogynistic.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, but I will still miss Mr. Reynolds for his presence on television, movies, and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Do you care about anything else, sir?
I cared about having 2 potlucks at work, so I have like 2 plates of food sitting downstairs waiting for me.
Sick!
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. There's like Philly cheesesteak sliders. Oh god, I think I came.
I was just gonna let you sit there.
I'm not sure. I might have came on my balls because my dick is ridiculously small.
Oh, all the way full circle, all the way back.
It's really hard to get a full circle with my dick.
Damn, buddy.
It's
Damn.
pretty small.
Can't do the tuck and tease your asshole thing?
No, I'm hoping that one day the top curls around and starts devouring my balls so that my dick will become the Ouroboros.
I love that was such... Like, I just described something that is such a dude thing, so much to the fact that you didn't even pause at it.
No, of course not.
Like, any dude would have been like...
Everyone has tucked their dick between their legs and has done the fucking Silence of the Lambs bit. Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
Would you
fuck me, John?
Hard. I'd fuck me so hard. Yep.
I fucking love doing that at work. It's a lot of fun.
All right. Anyway, the things that I cared about. Rocket City Trash Pandas chosen as new Madison baseball team's name.
This is submitted by Bert Stell to R. Not the Onion.
Uh-huh. They're serious.
That's amazing.
Rocket City Trash Pandas.
Which is funny because it's like a tier 2 joke.
Yeah, it is. Trash Panda, Raccoon, Rocket City, out of Alabama. Yeah, it's all great. It's all great.
That's so good.
I support the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Coward.
This is submitted by Pure Bones to Art Politics.
So yesterday I read the full letter of the anonymous Trump official that said that he was part of a silent resistance within the Trump administration.
Did you hear who people think that is?
No.
Dude. People think that that's Mike Pence.
That's pretty epic.
Because in the letter, he used a word that nobody fucking else uses except for Mike Pence, who has used it several times.
Which word?
But that could be a ploy to try and move suspicion off of the actual person. That word is lodestar.
Sure, okay. That was a very unique word.
Exactly.
All right.
He's
Anyway,
the only person that's used it.
yeah, I didn't even really necessarily know what it meant.
Exactly. Do you want to know what it means?
Sure.
Here, let me.
This is the part of the
look it
show
up.
where Nathan Googles it.
Well, I had saw it earlier and knew what it meant, but I'm not 100% sure what it meant. I want to say it means the trailblazer essentially in something, but I'm going to fully get that for you. A star that is used to guide the course of a ship.
All right. Well, I read that one. I'm going to read this one. This one is significantly shorter, though. A New York Times op-ed allegedly written by a senior Trump administration official has set the internet ablaze. Its headline, I am part of the resistance inside the Trump administration. Its premise, a group of Trump appointees is working from the inside to stop the president from fulfilling parts of his agenda they disagree with. Obviously, the writer and other like-minded higher-ups are not part of the resistance that's marching in the streets protesting. The piece suggests America is currently under a two-track presidency. If President Trump wants to do something the people in his administration think good, they'll go along with it. If he wants to do something they think is bad, they'll find ways around it. This is in keeping with what the Bob Woodward book excerpt revealed, with senior Trump officials are taking things off Trump's desk to keep him from seeing them. Nobody who's part of the real resistance should be celebrating this. If you work in this administration and carry out any part of Trump's agenda, you are enabling him, not undermining him. If we have a president that is so incompetent that his most trusted advisors have to play peekaboo to preserve national security, then those people should be working to get him out of office, not just spare us from his cruelest impulses. The op-ed says Trump is anti-trade and anti-democratic. His leadership is characterized as impetuous, adversarial, petty, and ineffective. It says he goes on long, repetitive rants and makes half-baked, ill-informed, and occasionally reckless decisions. It says these unsung heroes are protecting America from Trump's erratic behavior. If they really believe there's a need to subvert the president to protect the country, they should be getting this person out of the White House. But they're too cowardly and afraid of the possible implications. They hand-wave the notion thusly. Given the instability many witnessed, there were early whispers within the cabinet of invoking the 25th Amendment, which would start a complex process for removing the president, but no one wanted to precipitate a constitutional crisis. My question, how is it that utilizing the 25th Amendment of the Constitution would cause a crisis, but admitting to subverting a democratically elected leader wouldn't? The truth is, Republicans don't want Trump out of office. They're clearly pleased with this two-track agreement. They're advancing the right-wing economic agenda that President Jeb Bush or Ted Cruz would have been championing while preserving their popularity with Trump's base. If you're reading this, senior White House official, know this. You are not resisting Donald Trump. You are enabling him for your own benefit. That doesn't make you an unsung hero. It makes you a coward.
Makes you worse than a coward, because at least a coward would run away and remove himself from the situation.
Here's the thing that I will say. One, I read this because I felt it was fair. The letter we read yesterday was, very from one side. Here's the other side. They feel like we need to have that equality there. Other part of it is that people will do, the vast majority of the time, the thing that protects and benefits them the most. Like, it is, and let me finish real quick. It is.
No one wants to be a fucking martyr, and that's what's really fucking us in the ass.
Well, and that's the thing, is that it is easy to be at the bottom and yell at the top that they should step down. It is not easy to be the person that's up there being told that you need to sacrifice whatever it is that you have gotten for the sake of something else.
I don't know, man. If it's for the sake of hundreds upon thousands upon possibly millions of people, then I would fucking do it. If that means cutting my own fucking throat, then I'd be like, finally, thank you guys for letting me die. Peace.
I understand. But the people that choose that path are the exception far greater than the rule.
They're the people that we actually need in the fucking office.
Right, and we would like to see that happen, but the reality
that being
is
said, don't vote for me, please. For the love of God, do not vote for me.
Don't vote for Nathan. He doesn't want it. And it's no different than like when we talk about like term limits on Congress. Who would decide term limits? Congress would. And when you're making $200,000 a year and someone says, hey, would you vote to be fired? The vast majority, like, even in my job, I'd be like, hell fucking no. I need my job. I need to make money. Like, I
would.
I definitely.
No, I would definitely vote for being fired. And that's because more often than not, I kind of get bored at places after 2 or 3 years.
Right, no. But it would still be difficult. Like, I can say here, not being a congressman, that yes, I absolutely 100% believe that congressmen should have term limits. They should have a 2-term limit, the same as almost every fucking thing else does. But if I was a congressman, it would be much harder for me to agree with that because at that point in time, it's my job and my livelihood.
You get a fucking cushy retirement from it.
Congressmen, not as much.
Okay, so here's what you do then. You be a good congressman to where people are actually recognizing you, and then you just leave off of royalties as you go around doing whatever the fuck you want to do.
Stuff. Sure. And that's the thing. There are alternatives. But it would still be difficult to be like, yes, I would like to be fired.
I don't know. I think it would be fairly easy.
But that is also us coming from some people who are much lower on this poll. And I realize that it is the millions of us that are holding up the few of them that are up there. But at the same time, I definitely can recognize why that would be difficult. And so
I'm just telling you, we just need to let go of the fucking poll. Let them all fall. Then rebuild the poll, put it back up, put different people up on the top.
Yeah, that's really difficult today.
No, it's not. Just vote.
Yeah, that's difficult today. Considering, like, some people literally can't...
Sure, in some places where it's, like, actually stopping you from voting, but in a lot of places you can just go and vote.
I know, but my point is, like, some people literally can't afford to go vote.
Which is another thing that needs to change.
Right. Like, I am all for people voting. I love the way Australia does their elections. But currently in the United States, there are legitimate hurdles that people have to get through just to vote.
Because we do not put enough funding in education, and we are bred stupid.
Yeah. Anyway, anything else, Nathan, before we go?
I just want to say, it's incredibly frustrating. I am not an intelligent guy. I have an intelligence of maybe 11 or 12. Like, it's not anything good. I maybe have a +1, right? I am by no stretch smart. But it astounds me how much smarter I am compared to the peers that I have to see every single day. And it just destroys me on the inside to think that I'm not smart, but even less smart people are running things.
Yep.
And I'll end it with that.
All right. Please remember, everyone, you can help support this show by going to patreon.com/dailyinternet. You can also support us by picking up our merchandise in the link below, regardless of where you're listening or watching to this show. If you're looking for other ways to support us, you can follow and share the show on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Reddit, all of which are at iReaditCast. We'd sincerely appreciate that. It helps other people find the show. Or just tell one of your friends that you ride the bus or something with. Tell them to check us out and listen up.
I don't have friends on the bus.
That's fine. Otherwise...
Purposely don't talk to people on the bus. People on our buses are fucking gross.
Otherwise...
I've had someone pee on me.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's... Otherwise, you can also get the audio-only version of the show, maybe you already have, on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and anywhere else podcasts are found. 5-star reviews on those platforms helps us immensely, and we would appreciate those immensely. Otherwise, if you have anything that you want us to talk about, whether it's our opinion on a topic, a theory, feedback for us on the show, what we can do better, what we suck at, what we do good at, or if it's just anything at all, send it to any of the platforms that I already rattled off. We will be sure to get it in front of our eyes and on the show at one point or another. If you want to follow me on social media, I am at Schwahn Michael, and Nathan is at Bimmenstein. And that is it, everybody. That is your 515th dose of the internet. I am Michael Schwahn.
And I'm Casey Jones.
And please remember, everybody.
Well, I didn't vote for you.
Sure fucking didn't. Bye.
Bye.